We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Yo, fuck nuts! It's probing time.
Hello, everyone. Oh, no, this is the wrong one. I do this, the non-copyrighted background music. So, how's everyone doing? I'm live on X, Twitch, and YouTube right now. It's a new year. Unfortunately, we got sad news. Friday the 13th has ended. The game, the video game. Sad news. Lost an actual good live service game. Okay, let's see what's in the news today. This is what the leader looks like, apparently. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. We got these. Hey, it's me. Tintin and Popeye have become public domain. Lots of stuff. Oh, Lobo is in the DC now. DCU. This is going to be the topic in the coming days. Yeah. Other than that, there hasn't been much news lately. But smash that like, smash that dislike. Subscribe, unsubscribe, who knows? Usually when I go live, people unsubscribe. But how about do something different and hit that subscribe button? Because I'm gonna try and go live more often. Again, the routine. I know everyone says make videos, but I just don't have the system to edit videos right now. I'm working on it. Takes time and money. No? Takes a while. But how's everyone doing? Nobody's in the chat, so I can't really ask that, can I? Alright. What's trending right now? Nothing's trending. Just politics. Always politics. Oh, somebody joined. Taladia joined. Hey!
Hey.
What is up, Taladia?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah,
again.
we're just chatting. New
Okay.
year, new me, new you, new everything. How's
Anyone that's anyone,
2025?
I know people are watching. So anyone that is in the chat, please say something, because I know you guys are here. So please do interact with me and CjH. We'll be appreciative of that.
Yes, I'd be very appreciated. As I stated at the start, press that like button, press that dislike button, all the craziness. So how's 2025 treating you?
I spent 11 hours last night. I spent 11 hours watching Zax's trilogy.
Really? The full
Yeah.
trilogy.
So Man of
Man of
Steel,
Steel.
BVS Ultimate Edition, Wonder Woman, because technically Zack wrote that story, and Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Well, that's more than a trilogy. That's 4 movies.
Well, you know what I mean, though, right?
Yeah, I know.
So I watched all of that. I didn't go to bed till about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
And I started this. We started about at 9 o'clock at night, my time, and we didn't finish at 9 in the morning. A full 12. Sorry. Sorry.
Seems everyone's sick right now.
No, it's not. I'm not sick.
No?
No, I'm not sick. I just got. It's just that it's winter, UK weather.
I was gonna make a joke about the Jurassic fever.
I was just watching Jurassic World, just letting you know.
Oh, really? We're gonna
Yeah.
be talking about it, I think tomorrow. Hopefully Perp joins.
Baby hands. I got words to have with baby hands.
I think Jurassic Park's gonna beat Superman.
I don't think so.
I don't know. $1 billion franchises versus Superman? I don't know.
No, I'm just saying because why would they do that?
Because it's Universal versus Warner Brothers.
No, I'm just saying no, why would you expect that knowing for a fact that it's a reboot? Well, it's not a reboot, but
Oh, it's a continuation.
it's a continuation, yeah, but it's not gonna have the same cast, so it's not gonna have that $1 billion making in it.
I don't know, it's going back to formula.
So don't expect it to make $1 billion. I don't think it'll probably make 800 at the box office at the very least, but I don't expect it to make $1 billion. It's not going to be $1 billion franchise. Something that would be $1 billion. I think something that would be $1 billion franchise would be Avatar. Hands down, that would be $1 billion franchise.
You think the third one's gonna make $1 billion?
Yeah, no shadow of a doubt that would be. It's James Cameron, man. Come on.
Yeah, he always does masterpieces.
So I saw you guys were on Max's stream last night, and nobody acknowledges my comment.
Oh, what was the comment? I'll acknowledge it.
My comment was, my comment was that what is it called? Happy New Year to MME, and the fact I also said Max didn't acknowledge me, my welcome or whatnot. So it is what it is.
Follow on Twitch.
Nice.
I don't know if I'm assuming that's. I don't know. Who knows?
My
Twitch
year
is funny.
My year though for next year, right? Well, this year technically, my year for this year is going to be full of collaborating with content creators. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I've got lots of ideas that I want to run up with you, because there is something. I noticed you become a member of my channel.
Yes.
So there will be a CjH and Taladia Plays crossover event happening.
Yeah, Perp is in the chat.
Baby
My
hands.
favorite streaming duo.
Pep, let me get you in the chat, man. Get your butt in the stream yard. Let me send him a link. Can I send him a link?
He's in the group chat.
Is he?
Yeah.
Pep, come on the show. We need
New year.
It's a
New year, new me.
No
The gun game.
gang. Release the back girl.
Yeah.
It's special if it's just
It's
you two.
special. He doesn't
Pep,
want to.
with it's a dynamic trio, man. What happened to that? The dynamic trio. The baby hands, the alien, and the geek. The dynamic trio, man. I'm just saying.
You loved the last episode.
I like the fact you liked the last episode. It was a DC talk, that's why.
Yeah.
And I had my shit together. So
I'm trying to think. I'm gonna be. Hopefully, I'm gonna be talking about Joker on Friday with Thade. Hopefully, and if you want to join them, you're welcome.
What time?
Let me see what's scheduled. It's not always. My schedule has kind of changed a little bit because of something that's coming up. So, anyway, it's 2 days, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Sorry,
But I can change that around. It's in 2 days, 8 p.m. Eastern.
2 days, 8 p.m.
And I can move that around if need be.
Yeah, because I've got a stream with Jared at 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern. I got a stream with him.
Yeah.
So I don't want to clash with that because I kind of am a co-host on that channel.
Yeah. It's not guaranteed, but it can move around.
Where is the image? While I'm talking to you, like I'm working on a thumbnail right now. I'm working on 2 thumbnails. To be precise.
Two thumbnails. Can I see it?
Yeah, let me just. I'm just fixing it.
So how's everyone in the chat doing? If you're on X, if you're on Twitch, comment below. Let us know. I know in 2025, I fully intend to actually take YouTube a little bit more seriously. It has nothing to do with money. And you be quiet, Perp. I know you thought it. All right. So what's on your mind, Taladia?
Well, I'm currently in the process of trying to get. So what I'm doing is I'm doing my comic book talk show thumbnail. I'm getting that together, putting that together. So it's basically Absolute Batman we're covering and New 52 Justice League.
New 52.
Yeah. And Pep knows I love my New 52 stuff.
Yes. New 52.
Yep.
What was after New 52?
Rebirth.
Rebirth. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't call it 53.
No. Basically So it's a continuation from the New 52, but the New 52 Superman died, essentially.
Superman died again.
In the New 52, yeah.
Again, he died again.
But in the most stupidest way ever.
How many times does he gotta die?
Too many.
It's like Spider-Man. He's died multiple times. At some point, you just gotta say he's immortal.
He is not immortal. I wish he was.
Superman is actually really old. He's an old man. Because he's from... When did Superman get created? When was Superman created? So he's really old.
1938. Hold on.
Is it 86 years ago? He is 86 years old. Superman.
Yeah, he's 86 years old. Don't get me wrong. He's 86 years old.
He's like,
but like
get
I
off
said,
my lawn, Lex Luthor.
just making sure I get the image.
So, did you see the image of the leader?
No, I haven't. Go ahead and show me.
It's awful. He looks awful.
Oh my god. Please, no, that's not the design they got.
He's got hair.
How is the leader got hair? The leader doesn't have a hair.
He's got goatee. I feel like he probably had a goatee, but he had a goatee.
Let me show you the leader.
Let's see. Let's see what the leader actually looks like.
All right. The leader images. Well, let me find the right image for you because we don't want you to think that, you know. The leader's supposed to look like this. Where is he?
Basically, he looks like the Green Lantern villain that they had.
Let me show
in the
you.
Green Lantern movie.
And Pep, just to let you know, right?
Uh-oh.
By the way, I'm screen sharing. This is the leader.
There's a
That's
joke
the leader.
here. But sometimes he has hair, sometimes he doesn't, I guess.
Yeah, but that one you showed me, unbelievable.
That is just horrible.
Horrible. You know, CGI.
It's like when they tried to make MODOK.
You know what? This is the downfall of the MCU. I'm calling it now.
Do you think so?
Yeah, it's the downfall of the MCU and the
I
rise
think they
of the
can
DC.
bounce back. And you know how they can bounce back, Perp. You know. It's Hulk
What do you
versus
mean?
Wolverine. It's Hulk
Did you
versus
just
Wolverine.
call
That's
me
how they
Perp?
bounce back. No.
Did you just?
I'm saying because Perp doesn't like Hulk versus Wolverine. So
Do you know
Hulk
the MCU can bounce back?
Hulk versus Wolverine?
No. Spider-Man 4. End of
With
discussion.
Tobey Maguire. Yes.
No, Spider-Man 4.
Sam
Who did
Raimi.
that? No. I know what you're saying, but not with Tobey Maguire. That's not gonna happen in a million years, right? And by the way, you got a new
crushed.
follower, by the way. B
Yeah,
Alex.
yeah. I looked. I'd rather not. I think that's a bot.
Okay, BB Alex, welcome. Anyway, I have been. I was gonna say to you, like I said, Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. That is gonna be the big blockbuster, rebound movie that will get moviegoers going to the cinema. In terms of DC, Superman and Supergirl are the two films that will potentially be the be all or end all of DC.
I think Teen Titans is a good idea.
No, you know the why I'm saying Superman and Supergirl?
They're gonna call it woke.
No, it's not woke.
Supergirl.
Supergirl isn't woke, man.
I know. But the internet is gonna do it.
The thing is, right?
Internet does it.
The thing is,
Gotta
when it
make
comes
their
down to
money.
the Woman of Tomorrow, obviously they're not going in the one-to-one adaptation of Woman of Tomorrow. They're doing like a different, just putting a little twist on it. I think it's interesting they're putting Lobo into it, right? So because he's a bounty hunter, so they're putting the bounty hunter named Lobo into the film instead of somebody else, right? Which is a very good marketing strategy, right? And here's the big kicker: Jason Momoa is $1 billion box office hit. Actor, he's $1 billion.
I mean, he only made the $1 billion film.
No, not only that, but if you think about it, he was in BVS. He was in
That didn't make $1 billion though.
Technically,
He was in Game of Thrones.
but CJ, technically, he is $1 billion. If you think about it, technically, he is $1 billion actor. If you think about Aquaman, if you think Game of Thrones, if you think about Baywatch, he was in Baywatch too. If you don't know,
I don't think anyone cares about Baywatch anymore.
well, it was a 90s show, probably way before your time. So Baywatch was a TV show that.
Are you calling me old? I'm joking. Or young? I don't know. I'm confused.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, he was in Baywatch, not the movie, but the TV show with Pamela Anderson and David Hasselhoff. So after that, he went into film. And obviously, when he started off on Game of Thrones, and when he was older, he got into Game of Thrones, and then DC called him up. He thought it was Lobo, but no, it was actually for Aquaman. He made Aquaman cool. If it wasn't for Zack Snyder making Jason Momoa,
is the guy that talks to fish.
No, if it wasn't for Zack Snyder casting Jason Momoa as Aquaman, we wouldn't have got the Aquaman in the comics. It would look like him, which is true.
I thought he looked like him before with the hook.
No,
Yeah,
no.
the hook for the hand.
No. In the comics, after New 52, in Rebirth, they decided to line him up with the movies. Fun fact for you there.
Light him up.
Line him. I didn't say light up. I said line him.
I know.
So
I
the
just wanted to
line.
make that joke.
So it's pretty cool that the DC are doing that. Now he's gone to Lobo. I guarantee you, we're gonna get a Lobo film if Superman and Supergirl are successful.
You should
Right,
remake the Christmas special.
Of?
Lobo. The Christmas special. They should remake it with Jason Momoa.
No, it'll be something along the lines of Lobo's origin film. I think that's what's needed for a
I
Lobo
thought we were
film.
moving past origin films with superheroes and villains.
Not everything is. Brave and the Bold is not a origin. Brave and the Bold will be an origin film.
How though? Everyone knows Batman's origin.
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be Bruce Wayne Batman though, is it? It's gonna be Dick Grayson
Oh,
as
he's in
Batman.
it.
No, it's gonna be Dick Grayson as Batman. Dick Grayson was in Brave and the Bold, and he was Batman, and Damian Wayne was Robin, and there is the introduction of Damian Wayne. So this is how they're doing it.
But why would they kill off Batman before they even started DCU?
Because it'll be conflicting with the Batman film. Think about it.
They killed off. Well, that's the same criticism for DCEU. They killed off Superman, first movie. They got killed off Batman in the first movie.
You're not getting it. They're not killing him off. It's a point in time where, so they jump ahead of time. Remember, Bruce went in Final Crisis. In the Final Crisis comic book, Bruce went back in time due to the Omega Beam that Darkseid hit him with. Everyone thought that he died, but he never died. He went back in time, right? So who took up the mantle of Batman? Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson became Batman. Dick Grayson became Batman for a time until Bruce was back. But in the
shouldn't he be Nightwing first?
He's already Nightwing. By the time that movie comes out, he'll be. By the time the movie comes out, right, we would have had a dynamic duo animated film by then.
Well, I know how to solve this. You bring back Chris O'Donnell.
You can't.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
You can't bring
Chris O'Donnell as Batman.
He doesn't want to touch a comic book movie with a 10-foot barge pole.
I think they can convince him.
No, he won't touch it, man. He's more of a CSI guy now than anything.
CSI even a thing anymore?
Yeah, NCIS. Yeah, he's on NCIS.
That ended in 2003. Or no, 2023. Sorry, I mixed up the years.
Well, he was on that. Basically, he was on that show as a cop.
But now he's free to make another thing.
But he won't touch DC or Marvel if you're thinking that, because he knows that superhero films royalty.
He's still got the costume.
The only reason why he kept the costume was because of his kids. So logically, think about it like this, right? George Clooney is not going to play Batman again, right? He played Bruce Wayne, but he won't play Batman, right?
I mean, if they could convince him to come back as Bruce Wayne,
it was a one-off thing.
I'm holding on help. I think they could even bring back Batgirl and continue the what's that universe? Not the Tim Burton one. The other one. The Joe Schumacher universe. Continue that.
They can't do that because you need Alicia Silverstone, and Alicia Silverstone is in the 40s.
They could just say that's,
You can't de-age someone, CjH. It's very hard to do de-aging.
Well, no, it's a time jump. You do a time jump. Just like
you want to
Toby.
do a time jump. You want to do a time jump.
You say
it does not work for Batgirl. For Batgirl and for Robin, it doesn't work. In comics, I'll be honest with you, brutally honest with you. Batgirl becomes Commissioner Gordon in the future. She drops the mantle of Batgirl and basically becomes Commissioner Gordon by the time she's in her 60s. Yes, I know that's a hot toy.
You bring back Chris O'Donnell. That's how you do it.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that, man. There's no way you can do that.
Maybe downgrade the costume so there's no bat nipples.
The only way I can see, I can see the old '90s films returning if it's like a Batman Beyond type of film. But that too is too complicated now. For Warner Brothers, it's too complicated for them because they don't want to spend money. And that's me being honest. If you want another Batgirl film, though, you will get that. And I'm going to put this out there. I want to be the first one to say this. You will get a Batgirl, but in a new 52 style. Right? It will be a new 52 style Batgirl. And you won't have an old man Batman mentoring her.
Damn. I wanted Batman Beyond.
You want Batman Beyond. I mean, the problem is Warner Brothers don't look at the big, they don't look at the IP. They just look at numbers. They don't look at the IP and say which is popular, which is going to make money. They don't look at it like that. Especially Zaslav. Zaslav doesn't look like that. That's why like they released the Batgirl thing. It's dead in the water. Right? I hate to say it, but it's true. Right? No offense, Pep, but it's. I know if you're still here, but it's no offense, but it's like
we're not trying to chase away Perp.
No, I'm not chasing away. I'm just saying. I'm just saying from what William has said to me, from the Sci-Fi Center, he was like saying of this as well. It's very, very unlikely that's gonna happen, right? But in all case, you will get a Batgirl film anyway. It's in the group chat. It's in the group
you
chat.
You could have like a cyberpunk,
Neo Gotham type, yeah.
Batman Beyond. Bum, 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 bum. You know the old theme song of Batman.
No, I think
Beyond.
I think a Batman Beyond. I think a Batman Beyond film in the Michael Keaton era would have been nice, but they can't do it because they ruined it because of the Flash. The Flash ruined that.
The Flash ruined that opportunity.
Yeah.
He killed him in all the universes.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that doesn't mean that was that Batman.
No, it
either.
It was. It was that Batman's continuity. The 90s Batman's the 89 Batman.
I thought there was like one little difference in it.
No, it was the same Batmobile, same bat suits. Everything was the same. So they can't really do Michael Keaton, but they can do George Clooney if they wanted to. There is an option for that.
Hey.
What do you want, Raptor Boy? I saw your brother Blue today on TV.
Blue.
Awesome. I wanted to talk about Batgirl.
I gotta change the style because Perp doesn't like that style.
What's that? I don't care.
The circle thing.
All right, I wanted to talk to Taladia about Batgirl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's probably likely that Batgirl is not going to come out. Okay?
Yeah.
We all know
You've
this.
accepted this is your New Year's
No.
resolution?
I've always known this. That doesn't keep me from asking. That doesn't keep me from hoping that it will come out one day and that we get there's enough of a push that people want to see it.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping.
But you're
Now-
all in the gun gang.
Yes, exactly. Now,
So, can I be honest with you?
where I will disagree with William is that he thinks it shouldn't exist. And he uses, I think, faulty logic in his reasoning. Do you know his reasoning?
Go on.
Okay. So he uses business sense. But I think from a business sense, That's probably why we're never going to see Snyderverse again. I think there's a there's a reconcilement that needs to be done there. That he has to understand that people were not happy with the Snyderverse. And that means, but he likes it, and that's fine. That's why he wants it to exist. And I find it hypocritical that because I don't matter, the Batgirl fans don't matter because he doesn't want it to exist.
I mean, I do want it to exist.
Well, he doesn't.
I do want it to exist, but I would like it to be retooled. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't know what it is, so I can't ask for them to retool it.
So what I mean is use the same actress, bring her back in the new DCU, and do a new 52 origin. Simple.
You should also bring back Brandon Fraser.
I would like to see what movie got vaulted.
You know why I think it got cancelled and booted off?
For money.
Michael Keaton.
Why Michael Keaton?
Because it made no sense for him to be
It's an Elseworld. Do you know what Elseworlds is? Do you think about it, Taladia? Do you know what Elseworlds is?
But it contradicts the Flash.
Again, I say, Taladia, do you know what Elseworlds is?
Yes.
Okay, what is Elseworlds?
It takes place doesn't take place in the mainland continuity.
Exactly. So if they do an Elseworlds Batgirl where it takes place in the Burton Batman, right? Because there's hints in this Batgirl movie. Apparently that's Tim Burton's Batman because they make reference to the Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, right? Whereas the Flash, that wasn't Burton's Batman, was it?
Not according to what I was told.
Exactly. It wasn't the Flash wasn't Burton's Batman. However, the Batgirl's Batman is Burton's Batman apparently. So it's an Elseworld.
That is so confusing, but it's confusing to the audience though because.
Well, then you are what Williams disagrees with, because Williams thinks people that don't understand Elseworlds shouldn't be allowed to talk about Warner Brothers because they don't understand it. That you could have two different Batmans, that you could have two different Supermans. That's why William is fighting to have the Gunverse and Snyderverse.
I think the general audience.
He says it's not confusing for the audience.
I think the general audience would just see a Batgirl movie and go see the Batgirl movie.
No, I'll be straight up with you, right? Pep, right? No offense to you or anything,
Patrick.
right? No offense to you or anything, right? The only way people would go and see a film is they bring Batman into the film, right? That's without a shadow of a doubt. A Batgirl film featuring Batman. That's why they use.
That's what this one had.
That's what this one had, right?
Yeah.
But at the time of the filming of Batgirl,
Mm-hmm.
they were going to continue on from where the Flash left off, right?
Oh my god.
Where essentially it wasn't going to be George Clooney at the end. It was going to be Michael Keaton at the end.
I understand that. But
So
do you
it
know
was
what
gonna
else? But do you know what Elseworld is?
Yeah, it doesn't take place in the mainland.
Exactly.
Continuity,
So why do you keep saying that as an excuse?
because
If Batgirl is an Elseworld story,
but what I'm saying is the original plan. The original
it doesn't
plan
matter. The original plan doesn't matter. Obviously, it doesn't matter of the plan. We have a movie here that has a beginning, a middle, and an end. That's it. There's that has nothing to do with any other movie. Nothing. It's its own self-contained story.
Have you ever tweeted at the directors about this?
No.
You've never tweeted at Bilal
that's not my place.
No, about your passion about Batgirl. I mean,
No.
you've never done that.
He doesn't want the backlash.
I don't want the
fans?
attention. I don't want to seem like I'm virtue signaling and I'm doing all this to get attention from celebrities. I don't want any of that. I just want a movie. That's it.
Okay.
I don't
that
care
makes
about
sense.
who it is. I don't care about
That
like
makes sense.
that's forming
No,
a
I
parasocial.
thought-
I don't want to form a parasocial relationship with these filmmakers or the actors like I've seen in other movements. that people fall in love and think all these actors are right about
Snyder
every
and
fight.
James
All these,
Gunn?
I'm not saying any names, but I'm not doing any of that shit. I am
for
all
me,
about.
for instance,
I am all about the art and the art alone. I don't go follow Leslie Grace's next movie. I don't go follow these other directors' next movie, even though they happen to do a movie that I wanted to see. I don't do any of that like any other movement. This is 110% about the art.
question for you, Pep. Right, this is a question for you. If they did another Batgirl film, right,
Yes.
and it's New 52,
Doesn't matter. Because now what you're telling me is that we have the opportunity for 2 Batgirl movies because there's still one in the vault. Because if I went, this is why I find.
would you see it? Would you see it though?
Yes, of course. I don't
Okay.
boycott. I don't do anything like the Snyder people do. Okay,
I don't boycott.
wait,
I'm not
it-
boycotting.
I know you
is it-
don't. You know they do,
Herb,
Claudia. You
Herb,
know they do.
Herb, is
I
this
don't.
You know Snyder people that
Did-
do boycott and do make it public how much they're not
Yeah.
going to support movies because
I
this so
support
and so is in it. I don't do any of that.
See, for me, for instance,
I don't
you-
have to rub it
oh.
in. I don't have to rub it in and bringing my baggage and my victimhood to other movies that are
Exactly.
in the DCU or that would be Batgirl. I don't have to do any of that. When I see a Batgirl movie, it's not going to rub me the wrong way that there's a new cast or anything like that. My whole motto, my whole thesis is 100% on one specific movie to come out, and that's it. And I'm not going to form a community out of it. I'm not going to form any parasocial relationships out of it. I just
Right.
want the movie by itself.
Engli-
I'm not going to
make
be
it simple English for me. Make it simple English for me.
sure. I thought I was.
No, it's you're giving me long words, long sentences I don't understand.
The simple aspect is,
Yeah.
Herb
am I
wants
disappointed?
Batgirl?
I am disappointed because I was released the Snyder Cut. Okay? And
Okay.
yes, sometimes I would make fun of the Snyder guys because they went way too hard when one needed released. And
Yeah.
I was told time and time again that this was about artistic integrity.
Okay.
That this is about a story being told and they owe it to the artists and the art. And that movement completely turned its back on Batgirl. Completely. It was never about the art. It was this weird parasocial relationship they had with Snyder.
Okay.
It was never about the art, and that hurts me because I thought we had a real film community here of nerds.
So for me, for instance, right?
Mhm.
I support Batgirl, right? I'm not gonna lie to you there. I do support that, right? You know me. I'm joking around. I like to joke around.
I
with
know
everything.
you do.
I just want. I like to. So whenever I think, I think of a song like the Taylor Swift song.
Here.
So I was just like thinking of that Taylor Swift song. So we never ever ever. So I
Yeah.
just got up. So I was just like,
We'll
I thought,
never
oh,
ever get Batgirl again. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I was just like, why don't I make a joke on that, put in the chat, right? Because I was a bit excited. So I just thought, I like.
never
joking
when I
around.
talk about Snyder Bros or gun nuts and gun gang, I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
I'm not talking about me. I like the meme about being a gunhead, but really all this stuff is a reaction. And I'm it's almost like a defensive move. All these stuff, like I'm memeing about Hamada because I shouldn't know. I didn't know about Hamada. Everyone brings him up as the devil, and I did a little research, and it's like, bro, I cannot believe people have completely demonized that dude. It's crazy, and
But
it's
the
because
problem was-
people. I think the problem is that people don't understand how it works and and I understand Snyder got effed, and what people do is because Snyder got effed and he got screwed over by the system, what they do is they look for villains. They look for the person that did
Technically,
that.
there was multiple people involved, which obviously I'm not going to mention names.
There's
of.
no villains in this thing. The whole game is rigged like this.
So-
It's
so
the
you're
whole
saying
system.
Jeff-
It's not a specific person.
So you're saying, for example, Jeff Johns wasn't the situation for Justice League failing.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. In fact, from what I know of Jeff Johns, isn't he a comic book writer?
Yeah, he's a comic book writer, yes, but
Okay.
he
just
wanted Snyder out after BVS.
Okay.
He wanted Snyder out.
So why do we
I-
blame? Okay, how do we know this?
because from stories online and whatnot.
Dude, do you believe all the stories online? I'm telling you, people are making up.
Not all of them. No, I don't believe all of them.
Okay, why do you believe this one with Jeff Johns?
Because Jeff Johns has made some very bad decisions.
Like what?
On certain projects.
I need specific examples. I want quotes saying Jeff Johns specifically said, "I want
Titans.
this." Okay, what?
The show Titans. He made that, and he basically made a really bad decision on that show.
Why was it a bad decision? Okay, so but do you see what I mean? How I've heard this name Jeff Johns too, and every time people say disgusting insults about the man, and it's what did he do? When I get the specific example,
so some of the
budget, so bad.
The only good thing he did was Stargirl. Only good thing he did was Stargirl for the CW.
Okay,
right?
Is he not a comic book writer?
Yes, he's a comic book writer.
Okay, from what I remember, I'm not good with my comic book, but did he not do the Long Halloween? Is he not responsible for that?
No.
Okay, who wrote the Long Halloween?
Long Halloween. Let me double check that for you, because Long Halloween.
It was Loeb. I thought it was Loeb. Go ahead.
Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale.
Tim Sale.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't like Tim Sale either, though. He gets a lot of shit. I hear that name all the time, and it's always with insults.
I actually like Tim Sale, to be honest with you.
Okay, because I always hear that name, and it's with insults, and it's like these people have created some amazing stories, and maybe their shit isn't as good as it used to be, but it's like that's not a reason to like insult.
No, I actually like.
But Talati, my point is people
Yeah.
make up villains, and you hear about all these stories online about how Jeff Johns hated Snyder and all this stuff. It's because people did not like what happened to Snyder, and I did not like what happened to Snyder. When you've heard this before, when people are not happy, they look to blame someone, and in Hollywood, it's very easy to find scapegoats. Because there's a lot of second guessing. There's a lot of people in there that maybe didn't make the right decision at first, but they turn them into villains on here, and I'm sick of that. I'm sick of that with Hamada. I'm sick of that with Jeff Johns. Apparently, like, okay, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. There's no need. That doesn't mean he's an asshole villain trying to destroy everything.
No, I get that, right? But what I'm saying is that I'll be honest with you, right? I went to see Justice League the day after my birthday. Right.
Okay.
And it was the most disappointing experience I ever had. It was the worst birthday I ever had. Right. I was so upset, right? Because how they disrespected Superman. Right. No offense to Joe.
Okay. How did they disrespect Superman?
CGI'd him.
Okay, but the core of the character, which is what matters the most, was there, was it not?
Isn't he always CGI?
Yeah, he's always CGI'd.
No, the face, bro, the face.
He's CGI. His face is CGI'd when he's flying.
Yeah,
No,
but that wasn't his fault. That was Paramount's fault.
Yeah, that's not his fault. He didn't want to shave.
Yeah, I get that, but for
does
example,
that show
like
you
a
the
Marvel film.
Okay, hold on. Doesn't that show you the commitment of Henry Cavill to the character that he wasn't willing to shave? And you want that guy to be your Superman? He won't even shave for you.
Hey, I don't shave. I wish I could show him my camera.
I know, but he's he's Superman. He's supposed to shave, is he not? For the most part, at least in that take. For that specific thing.
In the Death and Return of Superman, right? In some iterations, right? He never shaved.
Okay.
Right.
In Snyder's, he does.
In the Snyder cut, some reason he never shaved, right?
But wasn't it only a
he
mustache?
Did shave when he's
you
Superman.
Really want
at the end of Man of Steel, he is shaved, so it makes sense that in the beginning of Justice League, right, or at the end of BVS, he's also shaved, isn't he not?
No, what I mean
at the end of BVS, he's dead.
You would think in your death.
Yeah, but he died.
Right?
He died. How long was his death too? How long was he dead for?
6 months, I'd say.
Yeah, he probably should have hair grown by then.
Yeah, he should have had a stubble beard, isn't it?
But that was in the Snyder cut too. When he came back from the dead, he didn't have a beard.
That was like one of the things that
But that's in Snyder Cut. No, but
that's one critic I did. That's one critic thing I did have concerns about with Snyder's take on Superman, right? On Justice League, right?
Yeah.
I would have loved to have a stubble beard that would make him look a little bit rough.
Truth, justice, and the American way.
And long hair.
And the long hair.
Long hair would have been cool.
Apparently, he was fighting for the long hair. Apparently, that's what he was saying. He was trying to get the long hair, but the WB wouldn't allow it. Right? Because he wanted the.
All right. So okay. Let's go back. You said that that Justice League disrespected the character Superman, and then you pointed out to a technical issue, not so much a character disrespect. It was a technical issue. The CGI looked bad on the lip.
Yeah, and another thing too, I would say some of the direction that Josh Whedon did, it just didn't fit right for the tone of what previous films were, right? It just didn't sit.
But you specifically, Taladia, and with your groups and communities, you guys are always talking about, well, the audience isn't going to like that. The audience isn't going to like that. I don't think Gunn should do this because the audience wouldn't like that. The audience doesn't know who this is. The audience doesn't. You guys talk from that frame of mind all the time. Do you understand BVS? The audience didn't like it, and that's why it had to be shifted and moved around. Whether or not that was a good decision, it was made based on audiences did not like it. You know, when
all audiences,
most
be specific,
most,
it was critically sus because they felt it was too dark, right? But the thing is, Dark Knight Returns is a dark comic. Same with the death of Superman.
Hey, you're blaming the audience. I do that all the time too.
No. I'm saying the comic.
You're saying the audience did not understand the dark nature of BVS, which is fine.
They didn't understand the adaptation at the time.
Yeah. Audience is stupid. I agree with you.
The audience don't understand like I'm not contradicting myself, right? I'm just saying from a comic book standpoint, right? 2 adaptations were put into one film.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The audience was not ready for The Dark Knight Returns, something like that in that realm, right? The audience was not ready for that. It was even like people were even coping, saying, if you look at the discourse at the time, people have been saying that, the audience was conditioned by Marvel not to like this movie. There was all sorts of excuses of why BVS was not hitting with the general audience. And then there was more. There was even more. Just wait until the director's cut. Wait until the BVS director's cut. People would even like that. I think that gives more leeway to show if you have to tell people wait until the director's cut that they probably weren't responding positively to it. If you have to say that,
I'll be honest with you. They should have took their time with the DCEU. That's my criticism about the DCEU side of it. They shouldn't have rushed everything and said Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League. They shouldn't have done that. They should have done Man of Steel 2, the Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice, then do Wonder Woman, then do Justice League. That's the way I would have done it.
Yeah. I think William agrees with me too, because I don't agree where he goes with it, but he will say, WB listened to the wrong people. That's how he copes with the reception of BVS. He thinks he thinks all these decisions made by whoever was up there, whoever was running WB at the time, he thinks all those decisions were because people were reading tweets in the studio, which is asinine. Which is absolutely asinine.
But you get what I'm saying, though.
But do you get what I'm saying? That's how William coped, and he's not being objective.
But I understand what you're saying. But do you get what I was saying about them taking their time instead of them rushing and jumping from Man of Steel to straight over to BVS?
There is criticism that could be leveled today with the same shit at James Gunn. That hey, take your time. Why are we going to another Superman already? Like some people have said that maybe there should have been a bit of a break between DCEU and the DCU. That there's criticism there too.
I think I'm not going to criticize James Gunn for that because I think it's been far too long for a Superman film. No lie there, right?
We saw him in Black Adam though.
A solo Superman film. I mean his own.
I mean, we saw Superman and Black Adam. That means probably should I'm not agreeing with it, but I understand that criticism. Everyone has criticism. Everyone has criticism. Every single regime has had criticism.
And I respect your opinion, right?
Yeah.
You see,
I
a
respect
lot of
yours,
people.
Claudia.
You see, what a lot of people don't do is have these types of debates, right? With like a fair discussion, like, but
Volker, I'm going to turn up the temperature in 2025 for you and you alone.
But what I'm saying is, fans need to be like how we are, right? Which is less like fighting. Less that, and more positive debates. No clashing.
Positive. Yeah, I agree.
Right? That is go on. Sorry, finish your sentence.
No, you're right. I'm agreeing with you. I was just going to agree with you.
I mean, from what I've seen, right? For example, right? I'm giving James Gunn a chance. He blew my socks off for the Superman trailer. I was critical of him. You heard me on Jared's stream, and I said on Jared's stream, if James Gunn disappoints me in this first Superman trailer, I'll be the first one to put it on blast. But he didn't. He surprised me and he made me excited. And that was the main point I'm trying to get at. Right? And I get called a shill for it. Oh, it's Dumb and Dumber.
Hello, Voltaire.
Yeah, hi, CjH. Love you. Love the show. First time guest.
First time.
I don't know. I just perp. I wish it's 2025. It's a new year. People are here, trying to celebrate the new year, and maybe you could try to be a little less toxic, a little less fired up like this. I don't know. Just something to think about.
He's muted because he's ready to rage.
Well, that's a start. If that's what it takes to mute yourself, perp. I mean, I respect the effort. Whatever it takes.
He's like, what? What
are you saying?
I said, maybe. What do you think about your New Year's resolution to be less toxic?
I never made that resolution, you son of a bitch. I never made that fucking resolution, and you know what? Never have, never will, buddy.
We're off to a bad start. My gosh.
Hey, I wasn't being toxic, so.
Perp is gonna snap. I've already snapped.
All right. Well, nothing.
I was just having a friendly debate. That's what I was
friendly.
doing.
It was friendly.
Yeah, it's okay.
Everyone wants me to be mad, but us Batgirl fans are calm, cool, collective. Hey, you want to release it? That'd be cool. We understand you're in kind of a bind
we
now.
need? Pep, you know what we need?
An enema?
No. If they can't do the Batgirl film in live action, make it animation.
I hate you.
But in the new 52,
I hate you.
The Camu version.
I hate you.
The Camu.
Why don't we just do claymation? We just do stick figures while we're at it.
No, but the Camu version of Batgirl would work.
Hey, you know what they need to do for real though?
Yeah.
If they have no plans for a release or anything, just release the script or something.
Yes.
Can they do that?
As a book?
Yeah,
release it as a book?
Do you think it could be as bad as Madam Web?
No. Dude, it tested the exact same shit as Shazam and It Chapter 2.
Did it? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how far along in the testing did it go?
And then there's conflicting reports. The test screenings apparently the numbers were the same as I believe Shazam and It Chapter 2, I think.
Yes,
but
then
word of mouth, someone's saying unwatchable and all this shit. But there's always conflicting reports. But the test screenings were there. The numbers are there.
How did Madam Web?
Yeah, but Perp, you know that the test screenings aren't always the best.
I know.
That's the purpose of test screenings.
I know. That's why I need to see it. To know. To gauge.
But the one thing I'll say, right? I'm a Snyder bro, right? But the one thing I'll say is I'm prepared to give things a chance. Not many people are like me where they don't give things a chance, right? They're not open about it. right? I'm prepared to give Jake. Go on.
No, you'll prepare to give. Yeah, you say this. You say this. We understand that about you. You love giving everything a chance. You gave Flash a chance, and you enjoyed it and stuff. So,
Yeah, I gave Flash a
what's
chance.
cool about you.
I enjoyed the Flash for what it
And
was.
Terrifier 3 made your top 10 of the year. Look at that.
Terrifier 3 made my top 10 of 2024 of a horror film. Right?
Yeah, that's great.
So, wait, do we know how much Michael Keaton's Batman was in that movie?
Yes.
Yes.
About 10 minutes.
Oh, then it's not worth anything.
Ah, shut up. Those are good. Dude, 10 minutes lasts long. That's a good 10 minutes. And plus, the Batmobile was.
I thought you were talking about the Flash. I thought you were talking
about. I'm talking about this Batgirl film.
Batgirl.
That was the best part.
She mentions him for a little bit, but she's on her own. Like that's what I'm saying. He's not a big deal. Like,
so the story's true then that he dies and she takes over, that kind of thing.
No, he died in the Flash. That's the excuse for people not wanting it, even though this could be Elseworld or this could be a prequel.
Yes. Yeah, I wonder what's going on in that film,
dude. And it apparently it made it referenced Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman too.
So I just want to know what's so bad in that movie that they scrapped it this bad.
No, man. When you see like how these two brothers filmed action in Bad Boys, it's like, bro, I want to see that.
Oh, dude, we should do a movie watch along for Bad Boys. A 1 year anniversary.
Only if it's in honor of Batgirl. It needs to be.
Well, we should do Madam Web. I haven't seen Madam Web yet. I haven't been able to bring myself to watch it.
I'll do a watch party for Madam Web. That's fun.
On Netflix.
Yeah. No, I haven't. Don't worry.
Holte, did you see what Gina Carano put out the other day?
No, I didn't. What did she put out?
Yes.
Happy New Year.
She was in support of Gal Gadot's post with a baby.
Was it an IDF post?
Do you see what I mean by parasocial relationship? Do you see what I mean? Parasocial relationship Snyder Bros have with their actors and shit. You don't see me, but like, did you see what Leslie Grace posted? Like, I don't care. No. I just care about the movie.
No, but it was a positive. But it was a positive message.
I know, but my point's still valid.
I don't understand what you mean by parasocial relationships.
Like, I think the Snyder Bros get a little bit too caught into the lives of the actors and director, and like putting stuff in like, oh, they feel like this and they will feel like that and all this stuff. And I was trying to say, is like, bro, as a Batgirl, I'm not like, I don't give a shit about the directors. They happen to make movies I like, but other than that, I'm not following the cast. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. I'm not every time I mention Bad Boys, I'm not saying Batgirl like a victim. Like,
it would be the same thing if they wrote off your Evil Dead series, right?
Every once in a while, I'll say release the Batgirl and I'll meme about it. But other than that, it's me playing fucking defense on assholes out there saying Batgirl shouldn't exist and stuff.
Like every time they tax write off something, it's the same argument, right, Perp?
What?
When they tax write off a show and delete it from existence?
Sure.
Like Willow?
But you know, again, I have hope because again, they didn't like do a thing where it's like, here's the script. You know, like the brothers didn't do it, all that. Maybe they have hope. I'm sure it's copyrighted, like it's owned by the script is obviously owned by Warner Brothers, so obviously the brothers can't do it, but I still think it would be nice. We can't get the movie at least.
You know, the best way they could do it is a miniseries. A miniseries Batgirl.
No, I need to see the footage those guys shot. I want to see the footage those guys shot.
So it's already finished, but cut it up as a mini-series. So you know how Dune Prophecy was?
What if they do a documentary?
It's a 90-minute, dude.
Would you be
a streaming movie? It doesn't even have that much money behind it.
Perp, would you be okay with a documentary with using the footage?
No, I want to, dude. No, that's different. I want an immersive story.
I wonder. It's a shame that Bilal and them didn't have it on the flash drive, right? It would have been nice for Kevin Smith to have that on his stuff because I'm sure Kevin Smith would have screened that stuff.
Yeah, but then they would have been assholes. They're professionals. Those guys are professionals.
Kevin Smith actually.
No, they would have for them to take the hard drive. That's them taking Warner Brothers property. That like the movie itself is their property. They can't be taking it anywhere. Even if they gave it to someone else. They still took that property to give it to someone else.
You got
Am I
good
wrong
ones.
there,
What about
Voltaire?
Cheeseman's comment?
I'm sorry, I was reading.
Rainbow. Yeah, I know.
I was reading this Gal Gadot thing. I mean, what? So Gal Gadot had a bad pregnancy and she congratulated. Sorry, what was your point? I apologize.
Exactly. See what I mean by parasocial? Like she had a bad pregnancy. He knows about the bad pregnancy. He's like, oh, she's tweeting about it.
No, but it brings up awareness. That's what I'm trying to say.
Awareness
Voltaire.
of what? Is Gina trying to say it's a vaccine issue?
No, it's awareness that Gal Gadot went through that because they have a parasocial relationship with Gal Gadot.
No,
I'm telling you.
No, they bring awareness about people's health, basically people's health about pregnancy and whatnot.
What,
Gal
awareness
Gadot-
for women over 30 have riskier pregnancies? I mean, that's math.
All right, forget about this. Voltaire, did you see that the director of that Blake Lively movie is countersued for $250 million?
For what?
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing. I would answer and countersue.
I think he's doing it with against a media outlet too, a journal. I don't know which one, New York Post or some shit.
Oof. There's a lot. I mean, he's got to go up against that Ryan Reynolds money, but I don't know what kind of money Wayfarer has and all that kind of thing. But you know,
well,
listen,
he's had a couple hits. If you look up his shit, he had a show that's a hit, and seems like this was a big one. I mean, look how much money it made too. Like that's crazy.
he seems to act like he has a lot of clout, so that's for sure. But you know, he's going up against the Ryan.
So what about Cheeseman's comment? Perp?
No. Yeah, I know. You know why I ignored that? Because that was a shit ass fucking question.
Oh, here we go. Toxicity.
I want the Batgirl movie that was shot, filmed. I don't need a replacement. I don't need anything. I don't need a shout out in another movie from James Gunn. I need to see the footage shot, edited, put together, and released.
Okay, so besides the tax implications, what's the incentive for Gunn to put this out?
There is none other than the beauty and magic that is film. Nothing. The love of the art.
And if you understand though, right? If it's true what people say that the tax implications of them writing it off and trashing it, they can never use it again without going back
unless they pay the tax back.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it was. How much was
it?
it?
No, and they have the accountants to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, they could
They
definitely.
needed to. I'm surprised it's so bad they didn't even release it as a direct to streaming. That's what shocks me.
It cannot be that bad.
They have a platform that they
Yeah.
want content on. And if it's a garbage
I will guarantee you, at the very least, it'll be better than Madam Web. And you know, that's something I think everyone knows.
Well, now they know that because Madam Web muscle.
Exactly. It's like at the very least, these two brothers that directed this can direct an action scene. Madam Web couldn't even give us that. Couldn't even give us barely an action scene.
What do you do? What do you do if you're Sony? Do you scrap everybody and bring a new James Gunn type to revitalize the studio?
Yeah, you bring in the names, you bring in all the people, TV. You have new takes, serious takes. You look at what Warner Brothers is doing with Penguin, and what Marvel did, and I guess Marvel. They were just. I don't know if they were just. I don't know. I don't know what they could do. I don't know if it's who's in there doing all this stuff and changing stuff around production. It appears the filmmakers have takes when they go in and when they get chewed out when they're out. You know.
What would you do? Would you come because you've got the Tom Holland Spider-Man mixed in with the Marvel stuff, right? So what would you do? Would you start making like Elseworld, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, that kind of thing?
In theory, no. I would do exactly what they were trying to do, but make them good. Like the Cravens, the Madam Webs, all that stuff. I would have done Madam Web as a rated R slasher movie. Raise the stakes, really, really, as James Gunn put it, make it that genre. Just like do it, build up the sort of be the side guy to main Marvel, and build up the bad guys that Marvel wants. And they're like, oh shit, we loved what you did with Venom. Let's put him in there. Oh shit, we love what you did. And sort of like have a feedback loop like that, I think would have been awesome. It's exactly what Matt Reeves is doing with Penguin. I would have done that. Just make it good. Just make it good. Like, and it's really hard to say. That's really easy to say, hard to do. But like that's all I could think of. I want my take to be like not fucked with, and let's go all the way with it. That's what I would have done. That's
So,
what
so
Sony's
you're,
gonna
you're,
do again.
you get hired to be the studio head, okay?
Yeah.
You can't go in there and tell people we're going to make it good. So what do? You say, hey, everything that's been done, we're scrapping it, pretend it never happened, we're starting all fresh.
I wouldn't scrap it. I would just make it better. Just make it better and to continue leaning off Marvel. Like they have such a comfy spot at Sony by just leeching off Marvel, and it's like they're not taking advantage of it. And I would like find ways of taking advantage of it. I'd almost like dare them too. I'd fucking be challenging Marvel. It's like, yo, you know my next villain movie? It's gonna be a fucking art house.
So you would make these derivative.
Absolutely. And I would put all my heart and make sure that I would like that's what James Gunn's doing. And that's why I said I kind of like been calling what he was doing. I was like, yeah, just do. If you listen to like some of my first Mad Max appearances, like guys, what they need to do is just concentrate on the villains, do villain stories. Look what happened with Joker. More of that. Do Scarecrow, do blah, 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 do all that shit. We're essentially got that with Penguin. Okay, awesome. I would do the exact same shit with Sony, but with the differences now, there's like this kind of weird wall fence thing with Marvel between our movies and their movies, where we could like. Marvel wants nothing to do with Sony. I would make it that Marvel's begging us to work with them. It's like, yes, thank you for making that awesome Venom character. Thank you for making that Kraven character. Oh my God, we didn't even think of that for Madam Web. Yeah, I just like make them good, which is what I would do. If you want, I could try to lay out like starting with Madam Web because I think that would be the easiest one to make good.
No, but you can't go back in time. I'm talking about you're taking over January 1st, 2025. And
yeah. Oh, yeah. 2025.
You know what I mean? This is already existing.
Fuck, man. That's the thing. I'm not a fan of these characters either. So
they're terrible. I'd scrap the whole thing. I'd start fresh, and I would make a Tobey Maguire older Spider-Man movie, just for fun.
Start there and then bring in Miles, right? As the new Spider-Man.
Yeah. They have to. That's the only other marketable character they have. They've destroyed Venom to me. Like
and I think that's $1 billion movie. Tobey Maguire passing it to Miles would be, I think, is a good call there.
Or not even passing, just coexisting. All right, like that's
gotta pass at one point, brother. I'm just thinking of the arc. Maybe not this movie, but it's gonna be passed.
They can coexist. I mean, there's a storyline where they can coexist.
You just refuse.
I mean,
Miles Morales is Miles Morales, and Peter Parker stays Spider-Man.
I think killing off Toby is a hard thing for audiences to accept unless it's like a.
Because he's cool.
I think even if it's a hero sacrifice, I think they would have a hard
I wouldn't
time.
even go Toby. I would bring back Andrew. He's just way hotter of an actor now. He's 40, so we could do the old man Spider-Man shit with him.
Yeah. I think maybe Toby's too old to get like people in their 20s to come in.
Yeah, I think Andrew's like such a phenomenal actor too.
He is very good. Did you like Under the Silver Lake?
I did a lot. It was a little too spicy at points, but it was like, oh shit. There was a point to it. Yeah.
That's probably Andrew. I would do that, Andrew Garfield, but I would have.
See, this is what it's like. You negotiate with Sony. Like we were having little negotiations. Like, maybe not Toby, but Andrew. It's like shit. This is how decisions get made, and sooner or later, it's gonna end up where you made something like, how'd they get to that? And it's like through all these little things, these little nooks and crannies, these little labyrinths of like, well, Andrew would make more, and he's better. Which just sounds shitty to say. But.
Yeah. I think that's the way to do it, and. Because the villains, I mean, I grew up loving the villains, and they kept trying to get to this Sinister Six place, which is a good idea, but it was so clumsily done. I haven't seen Kraven, but I've seen clips. People are posting.
Next big decision. Me and Voltaire, the head of Sony's next big decision. We've already claimed our first movie, no matter what's going to involve. We're going to start it off with Spider-Man. Mature Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
Possibly Miles cameo or included in there.
He's married to a redheaded Mary Jane. All right, we find that it's got. I want it traditional in that respect.
Okay, so he's already married, and does he got kids?
I think in the later years of Spider-Man, he has a corporation or something. He's like running a company, right? Isn't he?
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's like that. So he's like a Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark type character.
All right, next big question.
I mean?
Are we going cosmic? Are we going to get him in that black suit and redo that arc quickly because it's a moneymaker? We think we could do it right. Do we go there straight?
So, yeah.
Well, Sony
So-
loves Venom.
Yeah. Are we doing this?
Venom is their other big property. It's just you've got to scrap what it was before. The original Venom storyline, right, was the costume had zero personality. You had no personality, right? It just took him over and just didn't. You know what I mean? There was no talking to it or anything like that.
Also, for the perp, can we just do one fucking art house Aunt May dying movie? The death of Aunt May, and it's like a fucking like
Well, do you know
amazing,
that
no action, just this old lady
they
crumbling
canceled
away, trying to get her life together before she goes, and it's like the
they
Academy
canceled
Award.
the Spy where Aunt May.
Well, I know there was an Aunt May shit, but I want to make it like art house. I want to get like fucking. I want to get like Luca. What? No, he's too crazy. Who's like a cool guy? Like Mikel Haneke, the guy that did Funny Games and Cachet.
Okay, yeah, the guy who did Funny Games is going to do a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, an Aunt May movie. An Aunt May movie.
Mhm.
Oh my god! And you find out. Oh my god!
Let's get David Lynch to do.
What's her past? Where's Aunt May from?
I don't know. I don't know that they've ever. I'm sure they have in the comics at some point.
She's from Poland.
Dachau.
She survived a major event that happened in Poland in the 40s.
Okay.
So
Well,
we
now
have
he's very old at this point.
Magneto cameo.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah.
We get a Magneto cameo in there.
I don't know in today's political climate that we want to get into.
Oh,
that.
dude! And then we revealed this midway. Like this is her journey. I want to make an art house Aunt May movie, and we reveal this.
No, we're not doing it. We're not making Aunt May a Polish Jew. It's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not going to work. I just don't. We don't want to get into it. You have to make a movie that nobody can complain about.
Dude, first of all, we're dealing with Holocaust. I'm trying to get that fucking Oscar for our desk, Voltaire. Okay? We're doing an Aunt May Holocaust movie. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
I bet your ass we're at least going to get nominated.
Yeah, okay. All right. And then we'll get David Lynch.
Kate Winslet. Kate fucking Winslet as Aunt May.
I would do that. She's the right age at this point, isn't she?
Yeah, Kate Winslet. That's the one. And that guarantees a performance of a lifetime. Aunt May. I want that Oscar. Good. And you get to have my little weirdo movie. Okay? And when you get your little whatever you want, what do you want?
No, you need to make at least 2 popcorn neutral. Nobody can.
Yeah, I know. Before we get to
nothing movies before you start getting into this nonsense.
I know. I'm just so we have it in our interviews later on. It's like, dude, Perp had this Aunt May with him since we got the job. He wanted to do this Aunt May movie. We have to have that for publicity later on, bro. Trust me. All right. So after Spider-Man, we already made it clear we are going cosmic. Can we do anything with the symbiote in space with someone else?
Well,
Can we evolve another character?
There's a whole thing of a planet full of these things.
Okay, but what other Sony character can we bring in? Blood Rain or whatever?
Oh, there's all
Bloodsport. I don't know.
What's that guy Null and all these kinds of people like that?
Not the Venom people. I want someone else.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's the equivalent of Lobo in Marvel?
In the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Lobo. The equivalent of Lobo in Marvel is. That's a good question.
Can we ask Marvel to borrow a character that is transporting the symbiote?
No, I mean, but look, in the original symbiote story, Spider-Man goes to the Fantastic Four building, and Reed Richards helps him get the suit off of him.
Marvel's not letting us work with Fantastic Four. They don't know what we have yet. They think we suck still. So
no, but we mention it.
Spider-Gwen movie.
Well,
how do we get there, Voltaire? Voltaire for me.
You'd have to make a Spider-Gwen movie. I agree with that.
Yeah, hell yeah. We hire the marketing team of Barbie and say, we want that, but with superhero.
Boy, oh boy, if you did like a couple of Garfield movies and then you started spinning off into Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen, you might have something there.
Yeah.
If you did it right.
So
that's the direction they got to go. They got to get off these villains. You know, it's true. Like Spider-Gwen's another very popular property that they have the right.
No, they're setting up for her. She's getting there. She's not at Miles level yet, but like I think she got popular really fast out of nowhere. It's her fucking costume. Her costume is ace, man. She has like the best costume.
Number one cosplayer or something for many years. All right, Perp. I mean, CjH, you don't have to type in the chat what your feelings are. It's literally your show. If you you can't stand Spider-Gwen, that's a hot take.
Sorry, I was away from the mic for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think. No, I have my phone.
Oh, true. I'm an idiot.
Let's make Spider-Gwen.
No, you're right, Cheeseman. I don't read these things. I do have a Spider. I got a couple comics that I never read from Gwen because I just loved her.
I think Gwen Stacy should stay dead like Uncle Ben.
I think we do a Spider-Gwen movie, but like with a promising young woman type of storyline to it. Like she's a bit angry. She's not Barbie. She's a little more angry and aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that she should not exist as a character.
Right.
Can't we just make her good?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
it's part of Peter Parker's arc, where like he couldn't save Gwen.
Correct.
And same with like Uncle Ben. Like it's to me, it's almost as if you bring back Uncle Ben and be like, oh, Uncle Ben's
That's a great
alive.
idea, Voltaire. How can we bring back Uncle Ben?
Well, you just change the story arc. I mean, that's all.
Or we'll bring him. We'll do a prequel. Put that in my weirdo Uncle Ben Aunt May movie.
Yeah, the Uncle Ben stuff is, but like CJ
Isn't
said,
Uncle Ben?
I want to do an
Madame
Uncle
Web?
Ben movie like Pearl.
Isn't Uncle Ben and Madame Web?
Isn't? Don't say it like a Canadian. It's Madame Web. It's not Madame Web.
Madame Web.
Madame.
I'm gonna say it, Madame Web.
No, I mean, isn't Spider-Man like a little boy in Madame Web? Like, isn't he a toddler or something like that? So that movie takes place a long time ago.
Also, I think it's important. I don't mind putting Venom and Carnage a little bit early, just so we could also show that we're going to keep them around and not kill them off. They don't get killed off in our movies. And if we could keep them early, like put them there a little early. If we're going to do the symbiote shit anyway, right? And with Spider-Gwen, let's just get Carnage. Let's set up for Carnage and Venom, and then
do Carnage correctly.
Yeah, rated R horror movies, obviously. Dude, Carnage. Dude, Carnage. Okay, let me deal with Carnage. I want to do and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do Maximum Carnage. I'm gonna do the Maximum Carnage. I'm gonna do my liberties. It's gonna be rated R. It's gonna be the fucking craziest serial killer.
You know what?
There has not been a serial killer superhero movie. Right? The boys, I guess, might have had a subplot here or there or something like that. But a serial killer superhero movie?
They got the design. They got the design of Carnage perfect.
I'm gonna fucking use the template of Henry. I'm gonna use CjH. I'm gonna use the template of Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. So the opening of the movie is literally you're gonna just see the aftermath of Carnage. You're just gonna see dead bodies ripped apart everywhere in this banquet hall and shit. And that's how we do the title, Maximum Carnage. And you only see, and it's gonna be through the perspective of these detectives. Like who did this? Is this Venom? Like what the fuck? He went off. It's gonna be an awesome serial, just like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, where you see the victims first. It's gonna be awesome.
We make it some kind of high stakes. We make him kill a main character in the universe off or something.
A kid main character that we introduce.
So it's kind of like Bruce Wayne in the alleyway, but instead it's like Carnage, and he's like, "Look at what I've done," and it's like he's surrounded by bodies, like that.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like I guess they're trying to catch him. Spider-Man, or I don't know how you want to do it. If you want to do a Spider-Man, or this would be I say you do Miles, just to change it up. It's Miles and Gwen's story with Maximum Carnage, of them trying to catch them.
You do this, but
oh
you
my
do
God,
this scene, but it's like
we
Carnage.
Do 7. We mix the template of 7 and Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. It's like Miles and Gwen. Gwen is like the Morgan Freeman character, and Miles is like the fucking because superhero shit's all fun and shit, and now they're dealing with an actual psychopath and death, and like Gwen is actually like, this is kind of old hat. Like, this city sucks. Like, you didn't understand, Miles. This city's evil. This is the evil incarnate. This is what I've always seen. You see Happy Time swinging, stopping bank robberies and shit. This is all I see. So you give Gwen the Morgan Freeman character, and you give Miles the Brad Pitt character of 7, and he's all like doughy-eyed, and he's like learning the hard way what it really means to go after a psychopathic villain.
And what?
Holy shit!
What the,
Holy shit! $1 billion.
This
I'm
is
gonna get
couple of movies after the Garfield Spider-Mans, and then
sure.
Carnage kills Garfield's character.
Hey, we have a plan. So what?
And then
See,
Carnage
this is
kills
what
Garfield's
sucks.
character, and that's part
This
of
is why BVS happened, because you want to get to those fast. Like I want to get to that shit already. It's like, all right, whatever. Do a couple of sequels, whatever. Get me to Venom and Carnage versus Miles.
You know what's funny? His design kind of looks a lot like the fan posters of Spider-Man 4.
And I'm saying it
Where
right now. Practicals.
People would do the fan posters of Spider-Man 4 with fake Carnage, but it's actually just Venom, and they painted him red.
terrible.
This kind of looks like that, but I love the design though.
I don't know. I didn't like the design of Venom. I mean, with those two actors,
there's no other way to do it.
Unbelievable.
There's no other way to design Venom.
All right, guys. I was just visiting just to give my piece on background. I actually have to get going now.
Likewise. I can't stay much longer. I'll stay.
It's back to the CjH and Taladia Play Show, the best show on the internet right now. This is my new favorite show, by the way. You guys are going to take over 2025. You guys are going to take over 2025.
Yeah.
Please do more streams together. I love you too. Homer loves this streams too.
Yeah, but we can't wait until Sunday. Little movie pep Sunday.
Hold on, Homer wants to say something.
I love you all. Class dismissed.
Class dismissed. All right.
Feliz Años Nuevos.
I can't wait for Sunday, Pep.
Yeah, Sunday's gonna be fun. I will be your healer, bro. Let me be your healer, baby. I could heal you all day long. And Homer's gonna heal you too, Pilates. Don't you worry.
All right,
Before you go,
the Superman, his freaking health bar won't go.
Oh, damn.
What
went, I was going to ask if he wanted to do the Jurassic Fever tomorrow.
DM it to him. Just ask him in DMs.
Because I have these lined up. These streams lined up. Give me a second. These are lined up.
I like the planning.
Yeah. I know I was... Well, I had it scheduled yesterday. And then I was late. I fell asleep. But then I was like, I'd rather release this tomorrow. Today. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, Anthony Cheeseman. Jurassic Fever. It's going to be a real thing. It's going to happen.
Huh. You think so? All right.
Yeah.
Sure. Dinosaurs are always marketable.
Yeah.
That's a thing. The property is popular.
I'm going to feel real bad, though, if there's a new pandemic.
Uh-oh.
And I made the
rumors.
ice cream called Jurassic
This is the
Fever.
rumor. No, it's already called bird flu. Don't worry about it. That's fine.
Well, dinosaurs are birds.
Well, fair. Yes, you're right. Anything with the title fever would be.
Oh god.
That's where you are, and Taladia too. You guys have to be careful what you talk about.
What do you mean?
But the way they arrest people for social media posts and quote unquote misinformation.
We won't worry about that.
In your respective countries.
Anyway, well, any closing thoughts about Batgirl 2025?
Nah, the movie's a piece of crap.
Fever.
It's a terrible movie. It must have been so god awful, and it must have been so girl power controversial that everybody would be sickened by it to a level that made it to the point that like we can't even release this piece of garbage on Max for streaming. Like it must have been that bad. That's what my prediction is on it. It was woke as hell and super duper girl power, and they knew it was super crap trash. And it will never see the light of day.
Well, my own opinion is that I think they deleted the footage for tax fraud.
Well, big company's going to write it off, whatever they had to do.
I think it had nothing.
They would have
else.
to officially, yeah.
I think it had nothing else to do other than like money.
Really?
They were in debt. Yeah, I think they were in debt.
Huh.
In fact, I have a clip that kind of shows. Wait,
That's true, Anthony. That Acme movie is supposed to be quite good, and that's a good concept.
So this is a breakdown of what happened.
In terms of money, we have no money.
Is that's inside footage of the Warner Brothers meeting?
Yeah, and that's why Batgirl is not a thing.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So any closing thoughts, Taladia?
All I can say is, when it comes down to Batgirl, you can push it all you want, but that's the only way it's gonna happen. Same with Acme, you're not gonna be able to get that film out, right? And focus on the DCU, right? New stuff, the fresh stuff. We got Future Commandos coming out tomorrow. And
I haven't watched it yet. I really got to get around to watching that.
Oh, I know that one of the directors that actually worked on the episodes 2, 4, and 6, which is Sam Liu. Great director. We've had him on Jared's channel, and let's just say what he did on these episodes makes me feel so bad for the characters.
How many episodes into the season are they?
So there's 7. Hold on, I'll tell you how many episodes there are.
I hate the week-to-week thing. I was trying to let them all build up.
Okay, so there's only 2 episodes left anyway. So this week and next week.
Okay, so there's is it an 8-episode thing? So 6 episodes are out.
7 episodes
out of 9.
No, altogether, season 1 is 7 episodes.
Oh, so 5 out of 7 is out, is what you're saying?
Yeah, 5 out of 7 is out.
Okay, maybe I'll start watching that.
And there could be a new show on MME called Blame CjH.
Sorry, what's the show called?
Blame CjH.
Blame CjH. Did Max tell you about that?
No, I'm not privy to those behind-the-scenes discussions. High level.
Oh, I thought you were in on the discussion. Did I just spoil something?
No, maybe he wanted to exclude me for whatever reason. I mean, that's
you were actually included in the conversation. You were like, it was going to be part of the show.
What are you talking about? A segment on Mic Drop for you? Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was called Blame CjH. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was a title. But CjH, I wanted to talk to you. Do you know how to? I see people on YouTube creating AI music and AI songs, and
so I do a specific way. I know a lot of people just put in their prompt and they call it a day, but I use my own vocals, and then I take it and I equalize it on a app online, and then I edit around. Say if I don't like a certain section of the song, I'll redo it, or sometimes I'll even do it, like actually record it and put it in. But I edit the hell out of it. I know, like I said, a lot of people, they just put in the prompt and they call it a day, but I try to make sure that it's actually has a human element to it. You know what I mean?
Can I play something for you? And then it's from another YouTube show. They created an intro. Can I play it for you?
It's not gonna get claimed or anything, and it's not.
It's completely whatchamacallit.
And AI. It's not like.
No, it's not. It's not salacious. It's on YouTube. It's not.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. Just because I want you to hear the style, and it's impressive to me. So just listen. You won't have to hear the whole thing.
solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill. It's always flipping from April scrim to.
Okay, so that's all AI. Not forget about the background stuff, right? Like the video.
It's got that pop punk type of feel.
Yeah, it's the voice is AI, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama.
Wait, pause. So is this his own voice? Like
No, I think this is AI. Because look, it's I think it's an AI voice.
No, I mean, does the host sound like that?
No.
The karma.
Okay. He didn't do.
So I think the whole thing, it sounds like Blink 182 or something.
Yeah.
Like
So for me, like I said, Suno has this option that I don't understand why people don't use it more, where you could record yourself reading off or singing the lyrics that you've put in, and if Suno catches it correctly, and does it the correct way, it can copy your own audio and almost clone your voice.
So
Yeah.
what but my understanding is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you can take like just plug in the lyrics and tell it to give me this. I want you to sing vocals and everything, because that prompt that they've used it before, and it sounds like they're saying, like, give me a Blink 182 pop rock type of music song or something like that, and then they just plug in the lyrics for it.
Yeah, I've discovered for myself, I stick with what works and what has been able to actually capture my vocals correctly, which is like grudge type of sound.
Right. So you have to do vocals, and then it just you have to give it the underlying vocals. It won't do the vocals.
Yeah. Well, it's my own personal way I do it, right? I don't exactly like just prompting random songs anymore.
So like on yeah, go ahead.
The only time I've done it is for fun.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time, like I said, for example, this song. Wait, oh, sorry. I'll fix that so you can actually hear it. Woke up today, the mirror cracked. So you notice that it uses my voice.
Every
smile, every lie they tell,
that sounds like AI. So see, it took your
yes, but it's also it uses my vocals, is what I'm saying.
But that AI voice has a very distinctive tone, because like that thing I played for you on another episode, we did this. It sounded like the same voice, but it was to a country music type of theme. But what you just played had a similar tone of that fake voice to me, believe it or not. Just even though it's your vocals, that's interesting to me. Huh. So if I wanted you, if I wrote some lyrics, and I told you make me a pop song like whatever intro, you could do it.
Well, if you were like, if you wanted your own, like I said, I haven't become anti-AI, but like I've become almost like using it as a tool. I prefer.
CjH, how old are you?
29, going to be 30.
Yeah, you're too young to be anti-AI, and if you're anti-AI at your age, you're going to lose in 20 years. You're going to be
but you know what I mean. Like I know
what you mean. So embrace it and use it, and don't worry about it.
What I mean is, like, I'm trying to add a human element to it, as well as using the AI as a tool.
Okay, so what if I don't want you to add the human element to it? Okay, like let's say I wanted to create bumper music, like a 25-second little bumper jingle for before we play voicemails, for example. And just like, for example, it's voicemail song, voicemail, blah, blah, blah. I can give you the lyrics. Can you prompt it to make me something? And is that difficult?
Well, currently, probably not because I've run out of credits.
Okay, so it's a cost issue.
Yeah. Currently.
Like, what? Okay, so yeah, all right. So it is a cost. But let's say that. So what, you need like to pay for a month's subscription or something like that?
Yeah, I've pretty much used all 1,000 of my credits.
How much are credits?
Because for me, so the other thing I didn't explain is, personally, I look for a certain sound, right? So if I can listen to it over and over and over and over again, that's the song. That's the one.
Okay, so pretend credits weren't an issue. Let's say I sent you money for credits or something like that. How difficult is it for you to do it?
It's not difficult at all. It's like said, but for me, I look for a certain sound. You know what I mean? It's
no, I would tell you I want like so it sounds like
like
that 182 type thing. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. You don't have to get so painfully. You know what I mean? You don't have to get so creatively. So you know what I mean? Into it. I wouldn't want you to burn a lot of calories or waste a lot of time doing it. I'm just wondering how doable it is.
I mean, if you wanted to do that yourself, just make another email and like ask for more credits, and like it's a daily thing. Like if you want to put not as much effort into it, yeah, sure, you can just
right. I don't want to put any effort into it other than writing the lyrics.
Yeah, you can. That's fairly simple. You can just you get like 50 credits if you want to just do that. You know what I mean?
And that's on what website?
Suno.
Spell it.
SUNO.
Okay.
But here's another example of one. This is when I started out, when I was learning how to do the whole AI voice thing. Shadows dancing on the wall, whispers echo down the hall. The whispers that want me dead, tame the ghost inside my head. Nights are long and days are cold. Whispers, heavy thoughts take hold. In the dark, the fear will spread. Tame the ghost inside my head. Nights are long and days are cold. Heart feels heavy.
Okay.
You know how like that one has more of my voice.
Yeah, that one does for sure.
Especially at the start.
But it's still, I still hear that AI voice.
Yeah, but especially at the start, you can hear shadows dancing on the wall, whispers echo down the hall.
That one I do hear you more in.
Want me dead, tame.
So that thing I played you think they made it on something like Pseudo then?
Yeah, more than likely.
Okay, and that will do voice, and that will do the music, and I just got to come up with the lyrics, right? And figure out how to do the prompts.
Yeah, but like I said, I personally would recommend just putting a little bit more effort into it. But yeah, if you,
I don't want to put any. Effort. I'm busy man. I want to put more effort into it.
Like said, Suno or Perp just does the same thing. He just he writes the lyrics and then bada bing, bada boom. I only have 5 credits left, so.
So like, hang on one second here. Hang on, just so you can treat me like a boomer here, because I mean, I'll just ask ChatGPT.
Like for example,
put my screen up for a second. Put my screen up for a second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for Suno, like I have songs that are in the back burner that I have never released because I don't like them. You know what I mean? They're not hitting correctly.
Okay. So I would just go create, I presume.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you had to sign in
son
and
of
all
a
that.
bitch.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you'd have to sign in a lot.
All
I
right.
can remove that so you can sign in if you
Well, I
want.
have to create an account first, right?
Yeah. All that stuff.
All right. Hang on.
And for the free version, you only get the 50 credits, but also you own the copyright if you pay for it.
Right. I want to be able to play it, obviously.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me log in.
Yeah, exactly. If you own the copyright if you pay for the thing.
Okay, put my screen back up.
You good for it?
Yeah, I'm good. All right. Okay, so I'm in that create area, right? Okay, so what do I do here?
And just for the audience to make this clear, I should put Voltaire, just so the audience doesn't think that I do this.
Yeah.
Writing
this is me. Run a script behind down the bottom. Lazy. Lazy. Yeah. Okay. You're much more artistic than me. That's fine. I'm not. Okay, so what would I do? Well, just step by step. Let's pretend I wanted to do it.
Okay, the step by step. I'll put that there. Let's see. It's been a long time since I've actually did it this way.
Okay, so look at song description.
So what song are you looking for? Like what's your lyrics going to be? Oh, well, here's the other thing. So you can't put in band names. Because of copyright.
Like if I do something like that and I hit create, it'll actually do something?
What do you want the song to be about?
I have to tell it what I want it to be about. Okay. Okay. And then I can just hit create and it'll do something now?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. It's that dumb easy? God, this takes no talent.
If you don't want to put all the effort, if you don't want to put all the effort in, it is that easy.
Son of a bee sting. All right, hold on. Now this is let's listen.
I love. All right, let's listen to it.
Step into the light of a brand new day.
Oh,
Yesterday's shadows, they fade away. Hold to the hope that the future brings. Hear the joy as the new year sings. Oh, regrets I'll leave far.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah. And like I said, for me, I'm a little bit different where it's like I keep generating it until I get the perfect sound, and then I mess with it.
So you can't say like in the style of this band, it won't do that.
No. For me, well, you. Sorry. What I mean is, if I can't listen to it over and over again, it's not the one for me. Is what I'm saying for me personally.
Okay, so then once let's say, I get it, you have to keep trying different prompts to make it do what you want it to come out with. Just like ChatGPT, you have to teach it what you want for it to produce what you want.
Yeah, well, I mean, ChatGPT can get annoying after a while because
trust me, I use it. I use it to do some of my.
It can be pretty dumb sometimes.
It's very dumb.
But,
I mean, it certainly doesn't remember even the paid version. That's
and sometimes it's even better just to do it on your own at that point.
Well, but for other things, it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah. But for example, I'll show how many versions of the emo song that I wrote.
Wait, but before you do that,
yeah.
So, like, let's say I like this first one. What is this? Is this where I copy song? Like, where do I download it? Even? Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's it. It's done.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You can tell it how long you want it. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Okay. And so if I have to pay for credits, if I want to keep playing with it,
Yeah.
I'll just do that. It's that easy. I had no idea. See, no wonder they say AI is going to replace people. I mean, it already does some things for us around the office that I'm amazed with, and I still don't think I'm using it to its full potential to make my job easier. But I got to really figure this out.
Like I said, I'm a little bit more particular with the way I do it.
No, but like, let's say I wanted to do a quick jingle for like the mic drop or something like that. I don't want to waste that kind of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're making something, you're right, because I get it. People put out AI music. How do the people do it where they have like Hank Hill singing a Nirvana song? How do they do that?
That I don't know because it's a copyright issue for that.
Okay, so they've got some.
I'm sure people figure out that.
No, people have. I'm telling you, you can go on YouTube and say Hank Hill singing, and they've done a whole theme of things of Hank Hill singing different songs. Or they have Kurt Cobain singing Metallica songs. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So that's already out there. Isn't that? But it won't. But I guess it's funny that you can't put in like the style of this band. It won't take that.
Oh yeah, no copyright. Like I said, Suno is very particular about copyright.
So you have to put the genre and basics.
Yeah.
Huh.
And usually, now I don't know why. Maybe because you don't have the advanced version, or custom version. Yeah, the custom version is what I use, where it says, see at the top where it says custom and then upload audio and all that stuff.
That's where you can upload your own voice.
Right? Yeah, upload. Yeah, and you can record your own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to do that though. I'm not interested in that. Yeah. That's fascinating.
Yeah, but custom also gives you more options too.
Okay.
Like if you were to press the custom, you can put in your own lyrics and all that. Like you said, you wrote your own lyrics.
I don't know if I did. Let's say. Oh, that's where you.
Yeah. So you put in custom.
Here.
Click the. Yeah, you click the custom.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Where's it? No. Yeah, where it says custom.
Yeah, they want you to get on the paid version. Make random lyrics. Okay, I got it. That's how they get you to pay. All right, that makes sense. That's fair. Oh, it let me. Oh, because I have credits, it let me.
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah,
so you can theoretically write it on ChatGPT. You could use ChatGPT to write it, and then go plug it in there anyway.
Yeah. And again, to clarify, this is Voltaire doing this.
yeah. This is my lack of artistic creativity. Everybody, it's not CjH's. Don't worry. But I know I already knew this didn't take any skill. I just didn't know how to do it, and I tried prompting it to teach me how to do it, and it just gave me too many options. So I really do appreciate this little tutorial because that was super easy. Yeah, I don't mind them using it to judge boxing. I think it should be used to call penalties in sports. It's going to be at some point. That's just a matter of time. I mean, why would you have referees making judgment calls when you can have a computer do it with much better results? You know, like the most AI I've had interaction with is Tesla self-driving, and it's better than any human driver out there.
Yeah. You know, for me, like I was explaining, oh, well, that's a new one that I was doing. So I went through so many versions of the songs over and over.
Right.
Again, and I just couldn't find the right sound. And what happens
sorry. So let's say it produces one. Where do you prompt it to say, I don't like this, I want you to do it this way?
I just keep pressing create.
You just change the prompt and hit create again. I see.
Yeah, and then for me, like I said, I go.
Okay, sorry, I'm sorry, CJ, to interrupt you. So is it like regular Chat GPT where you can say, no, that was too poppy. I wanted.
Oh no. For me, like I said, I'm trying to show you the I'm gonna find an example of the equalizer that I do as well. So what I give me a second here. So I like, for example, here's a song that I did that I just didn't like. I don't know if that. Oh, never mind. It does that weird glitch. I'll have to fix the cache. But like I said earlier, for me, if I can't listen to it at least twice or 3 times or like ongoing, it's not it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. You're trying to create that. That's where you're, using your
So
kind of thing. Yeah.
let me show you what I do with when I mention sending it to the equalizer. I take it and I put it over here. So this one.
Call me emo, call me cold, call me emo, I won't fold. Call me emo, I don't care. Call me emo, I don't care.
And what is that? Is that, sorry, I missed it. That's another app, right? Where did you?
Oh yes, so this is 1, 2, 3 apps, and I put. This is what I do to like edit.
So you downloaded the song and then you put it in here.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then I mess with it, and then this also gives you options to like change pitch, reverse audio, trim your audio, and audio joiner. So say if I don't like a section, but I do like another section, I can combine the two.
But Jesus, you can't do all that shit in Suno? God damn.
No, that's where I'm like, I put a little bit more effort into it, right? Although Suno is the paid version, they're adding more features to it.
Can you tell it what length you want?
I just wish they would make it easier.
Yeah, well, can you tell Suno to like what length you want? Like if you only want it like 1:30, you could tell it to do 1:30.
I haven't tried that yet.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, as you can see, like I said, I probably put way more effort into it than I should, but
well, you're playing around with it.
Hey,
it's okay to play around more in it. Yeah, that's cool. All right, good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate that.
And then to upload it, I go into there's this distributor site that I use, and then I put it in. They put that on like YouTube and like Spotify and stuff like that. And that, and the only reason I get away with that is because I put the human element into it and it
right.
Hell, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna play with it when I have some time. See if I can create a little jingle or something like that just for fun.
So how do you feel about AI and all that?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So you better be okay with it. You have no choice. I mean,
it's like cars back in the day and electricity.
Look, I don't think that anybody under age 10 is going to be driving. Okay, I just don't believe it. If you the Tesla self-driving is so good that people.
No, what I mean is back in the day, people argued against the horse and buggy.
Right.
Better versus the automobile.
Oh, yeah. Well, look how much fun there is about Tesla self-driving. People shit on it all the time. Like, oh, it's no good. Even in Max's chat, when I talk about it, people shit on it. And they've never actually tried it.
It's this culture of I'm right, you're wrong type thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. And it really is something you need to
it's
experience.
happening with the AI thing. So people are like, "Oh,
People
they
don't
should
know.
ban it completely." And
Like, have you? I remember I showed one of the attorneys I work with, like, how if you take your notes from a deposition, that while you're taking a deposition, you type notes on your laptop, right? Like as you're going. I go, take those notes and punch them give them to Chat GPT and watch it create a depo summary. He's like, nah, I can't. And it does it. Like, unbelievable. And you still have to tell it. No,
I think there's definitely a thing where people do take the lazy route and they just prompt in whatever, or they, like said, they don't put effort into it, and then they call it their art.
Well, look at CjH. This is it. Yeah. This is going to be the future hit songs are going to be AI, quote unquote, written songs.
But I'm more referring to like art.
Yeah. Like, well, look, I know for music it's going to be that way. For years, people thought like what DJs do is bullshit. That there's no talent in it. That's why Paris Hilton can be a DJ. I still personally think that. So I don't see why that's any better than AI doing it.
Well, that's why I said that was my argument for AI music was it's no different than DJs and like
zero different.
Auto-tune. It's essentially auto-tune, especially if you're using your own vocals.
Right, and before DJs, it was rappers sampling music and then just rapping over them. Right,
yeah. And before that, it was this rock and roll music.
Right, I mean? Correct. You're 100% right, and that's just the way it's going to be. And as more people, I still don't think people realize, and I don't realize it. I'm trying to capitalize it as much as I can. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing: the argument will be, people don't realize this will actually increase the value of human-made art.
It will. Because there is a difference. Like, those sometimes I do those calls into the Maxa show, right? I do those myself. One time just for fun, I just typed in a prompt into Chat GPT.
But
and it was terrible, quite honestly. But
like, for example, how people look back on records and like cassettes and VHS.
Yeah.
So, and the value increases with them, right?
Yeah.
Well, this could be a thing where, the industry moves on with AI, but AI isn't as valuable as human-made art.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So really only like the really talented human-made ones will really be shining.
Will be pretty much millionaires, yeah.
Will be premium, but the standard stuff will be the AI stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, well,
so the artists that complain,
So
the artists that are complaining right now are going to end up having money in their pocket if they keep.
No, I get it. Like the thing that intrigued me initially to learn more about it was during the writer's strike, when the writers were so adamant that they wanted the clause saying the studios can't use AI, but we can. You know what I mean?
Well, the way I viewed that is, I think their likeness. So I do agree actors should be paid if you use their likeness.
I'm talking about writers.
Their permission. It's no different than anything else.
Yeah, but I'm talking about writers using AI. Remember with the writer's strike, they said the studios could not use AI, but the writers could to write.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be honest. The studios would have ill intent. They'd just prompt whatever.
Right? If you think they're not already using it, or writers aren't already using it.
You know what I mean? Like, the studios would be like, oh, we don't even need you, writers. We can just do it ourselves and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but look, I dated a girl who was a personal trainer for a writer, a Hollywood writer, okay? And I learned a lot about the industry from her, and it's a bullshit industry. Like, she was like a middle-aged Jewish woman from New York, and because she's in writers' rooms and she gets hired for writers, she was writing on friggin' Moesha. You know what I mean? They don't even need anybody who has any. They just have to be in that clique of writers and getting in these jobs. They don't need any, distinguishable talent or anything like that. So yeah, they're gone. That job is going to be gone, and it's just going to have people overseeing it and approving it and prompting it. But I think writing is going to be.
I think it'll actually open up more jobs. And also, like I said, it will become like almost like a niche, like a thing where people look back and be nostalgic for it.
Agreed.
And the price will go up. Like someone hand paints something, it's gonna be like $1 million. You know what I mean?
Right. Fascinating. All right. Anyway, I gotta run. I gotta get some.
All right.
Thank you.
We were supposed to end like a hour
No,
ago,
I've got you guys,
I did love the conversation, and
thank you so much for the tutorial. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, gents. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah. And where can we find you, Taladia?
Okay, so you guys can check me out on YouTube at Taladia Plays. I will be doing my not live reaction. I'll be doing my reaction to Creature Commandos tomorrow and uploading it around 6 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that because that will be a thing. And then on Sunday, Little Movie Pip and myself, we will be playing Marvel Rivals as we're going to be doing some quick matches first. Then we're going to hop into rank and see if we can defeat the people in ranked, and hopefully we can get some good session in on Sunday. And also you can check me out on MME, Movie Matters Entertainment and Little Movie Pep channel, and also check me out on Comics League as myself and Jared obviously co-stream nearly every week, day in and day out. So make sure you do check out his channel. If you're new around here, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And let's see if we can get CjH up to 10 likes on this video, guys, or live stream for the discussion we had today. That'll be super appreciative.
Yeah, and in a world full of fake, be real.